really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. Today's not the day that I want to be working, and I don't want to be doing this. Hi. So, I need to talk a little bit about being a developer and motivation, because sometimes it's a little hard. It's not always as easy as it seems. Here's the thing. Most of the time, doing this kind of work, it is pretty fun. My pockets are completely filled with candy because despite having 2 children and a house and a dog and stuff, I remain a large child. So, my work, the kind of work that I do, it's fun. It should be really fun. In fact, I got into development. I was doing straightforward feature development, more kind of traditional software development, and there were aspects of it that I didn't like, and so I was able to pursue being a dev evangelist, which means part-time coding and other time doing stuff like making these videos, and that's really good for me. That's really, really what I want to do. So not only, so I get to do, the kind of work that I want to do, but the reality is that sometimes I get to work on the subjects that I want to work on, but sometimes it's just hard to stay motivated. Look at this thing that I'm working on today, okay? Look at this. I am getting to build this Minecraft server. Look at this, yeah, it's running behind, but I go back to game, I'm able to run this Minecraft server right now, right in this world, right now, right here, look at this, hello, and I can give server commands, mode, I don't know, survival, and put myself in survival mode. Oh no, I'm drowning. Oh no, that's, get out of the water. Please don't drown. Please don't drown. Yikes. Let's get into creative pretty fast. Yikes. Creative. Oop. Okay. Ooh. Get back out of the water. Okay. Yeah. That should be fun, right? Look over here. I can actually see. Look, I can see this stuff happening on the server log. I can change settings of the server while I play the game, and I'm trying to set up this server for reInvent, and I'm gonna let people come and hang out on my Minecraft server. I'm about to do a Twitch stream where I get to configure a Minecraft server. That should be fun. It is fun, kind of. Sometimes you're motivated. Sometimes you're just not. And I think one of the problems is that very often when you're doing the kind of stuff I'm doing, where you're trying to make projects that are, interesting and exciting and fun for people, the fact is you have to be motivated to do it. When I write essays and stuff, that just feels like work. I just sort of start it and I get it done and I do it, and I don't need to drink 2 lattes and get psyched up to write an essay. I just write it. And that's because that work is familiar to me. So when I do a good one or I do a bad one, it just kind of is. But when I sit down and make one of these videos, that's not always as easy. Sometimes it's, you have to feel inspired. You have to have something to say. You have to have an angle. You got to look good. You got to sound good. You got to be cool, and that's harder. So, what am I trying to say? Motivation is a hard problem in most areas of software development, and especially in your first few years. If I was still delivering features on product most of the time, I think a lot of the time my work would be a little bit more straightforward. It would be complicated, and it would be thought-provoking, it would be intellectual, but it just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be this thing where I had to. Oh wait, I must project a huge face because you need to see my huge face. It wouldn't be this thing where I had to feel oh my God, I need to be inspired today to do this, or I don't even know where to start today. Where doing like dev advocacy especially, but also this was really true the first few years of being a developer, like, there's a lot of different stuff you could be doing and you're never quite sure what's the best investment of your time. Gulp. Oh, I'm sorry chat. And so, yeah, to be a good developer, you got to figure out motivation. So what are the things that we do? First of all, you've got to let yourself switch modes. You got to say, hey, I'm not feeling it today, so I'm going to switch modes a little bit. I got some reading to do. I got some certification to do. I got some other stuff I can do instead. In my case, hey, I can make a video about having bad motivations. That's not bad. You got to be able to find what is fun or interesting in the piece that you're working on. And yeah, so you got to accept that you got to not be beating yourself up about it. Because I think that's a big problem that people face, is that they say like, oh my God, I'm not motivated to do this right now. And I need to like force it. I need to force myself to like do this thing right at this moment. And that's, maybe that gets you through the day, but that's a tough way to sort of train your brain to work. So part of the deal with creating motivation is switching. Another way to create motivation is to connect with others, right? To get other people excited. I talk about the work I'm working on Twitter all the time, and sometimes people tell you not to do that. They tell you like, don't hype up something before it's totally done. But this is what works for me. What else do you need to do? So you connect with others, you mode switch, you let yourself do other modes at other times. Then sometimes you just gotta unplug. And you gotta, like talk about like, work on a different thing, work on a different area, but also realize that for somebody who, got stuff done last week and got stuff done the week before, who like has put themselves in a situation where work is possible and is happening, then I think it's okay to say like, look, the time I'm wasting, the time I'm relaxing, the time I'm like tapping the mobile game, that is part of it. That's part of it. Yeah. And what's rough is that kind of comes with experience. It's hard to know, you're on a beach drinking and you're thinking, God, I'm screwing up right now. I'm not doing the right work, right? But then other times, but once you have a little bit of experience, you get to see like, oh, like, no, that part is part of it. That is part of the deal. What else can I say? One of the things that I learned after not having an office, and how tech offices, we usually have a lot of treats, so it's like, get yourself some candy. And when you actually start working, eat some. It helps. It's like it's Pavlovian conditioning for yourself. Yeah. I didn't have any big secrets to tell you about getting motivated. I think that connecting with others is a big one. Mode switching is a big one. Using some commitment dices, like sharing your goals and telling people about it, is a big one. Taking a break is huge. Taking a break and talking to others, like getting some commiseration. I think building some trust at work. Like, sure, you talk to your Twitter mutuals, you talk to your friends or whatever. A lot of the times they're going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Or if you don't have great friends, they'll be like, they're going to have advice for you. Murder. But finding some people at work that you trust. Like, I had a while when, I didn't feel that way at work, sometimes for a long time in a particular position, and it started to be that, like, I missed working, I missed that summer that I worked washing dishes, where you would hang out and you would actually, like, bitch about work together. Like, that was a key piece. So, yeah, taking some time and finding somebody to whom you can say, like, I don't want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. And then you'd be like, yeah, I feel that way. And then when you connect with them on that level, then you're able to be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me just because I'm struggling with this a little bit. All right. Well, thanks for listening to me complain about motivation and the need to do stuff. I got some good stuff going. I'm going to share a video in a little bit that's like the first of a beginner's guide to KSQL. I'm excited about that. I'm also doing a stream right after this that's how to set up a Minecraft server for $5, which I think is pretty cool. And lately I've been getting more feedback and more connection on my videos, and people have been seeing my stuff, and that feels really good, y'all. I want to say thank you to y'all for coming out and checking my stuff out. I know there's like, you can always scroll by. You can always not click, right? So thanks. Yeah, I really, really appreciate you. Okay. If you want to come say hi, come say hi on Twitter. Come say hi on Twitch. Usually there most afternoons. And gulp. I'm gonna be doing reinvent stuff next few weeks. I don't know. You'll see some of that about that if you're on Twitter and stuff. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody.